So I used to do mostly localization work for video game companies, and I've experienced the same thing as these Dunkin' Donuts people, and that AI has kind of hurt my ability to make money because AI has brought down the price of doing things. And I just wanted to make this video to kind of explain that I think that the arguments being said about this incident are missing the economic and historical developments that are important for understanding what's going on right now. Morals are useful, but they aren't useful in a world where there are other things occurring preventing one from acting morally. So basically, there are a few arguments revolving around Dunkin' Donuts that we need to be aware of. First, there are the protesters who disagree with their bosses firing them or lowering their wages, saying that their bosses don't care about them, especially if they get fired and they need to go out into the world and have no money. Then there are the people who are saying these people are too ideological and they don't realize that they should have learned skills earlier. And in fact, they might be better off getting another job that is more fulfilling for them. And then third, there are protesters who are not really making exactly moralistic claims. They are saying that AI at the moment is making their work harder because it will have things on the menu that they don't even have, which will lead to more disruptions in their work pace. And this argument is probably the best at the moment in explaining the current state of AI. At the moment, the problems in industries like this and in translation are not necessarily that AI is better than humans. It's more that the managers either believe that AI is at a point where it can be better than it is, or because of competition with other companies, they believe that they need to use AI right now in order to keep pace because they need to understand how it works, and they will be a gradual evolution. If they didn't put it into their work right now, they might fall behind in the future. And this applies to other companies too, in marketing, in sales, in manufacturing, whatever. So when we put it in this lens, the protesters complaining about getting fired because nobody cares about them, they are not necessarily wrong, but they are idealistic and they don't realize that there are economic and technological forces that their bosses cannot control. At the same time, their bosses are not necessarily bad people because of this. They are helpless in maintaining a business within the context of their relationships with other people and their relationships with money and their relationships with their own survival. However, the people who critique the protesters saying they're not realistic are missing the factors of time and available opportunities. They may say that these people should have learned another skill or they can learn another skill, but they are assuming that these people have had enough time in their lives previously, especially with the pay from this type of work. Some people often have to work 2 jobs just to make ends meet. So have they had time or the energy to learn another skill? And if they lose their job and they are put in a bad mental position because of that, are they going to have the ability to learn another skill again? And that is not even considering the fact that there might not be available opportunities at the moment, especially as other companies are also engaging with AI. A lot of this assumption is based off the idea that in the past, when new technological advancements happened, new jobs would just pop up. But if you actually look at history, in the 19th century, there was turmoil when factories started using automation. But that's besides the point. Artificial intelligence is very different than the machines that spun wool in factories in the 19th century, or even the computer, or even the internet. Those things still required a human. But the key word in artificial intelligence is intelligence. So all these people making fun of the protesters or just looking on saying, oh, what can we do? What does this say about our current state in society? And what does this currently say about you? Because if artificial intelligence is really rapidly increasing, do you have the trust that things will not go the same way for your job in the next 5 years? As these Dunkin' Donuts people, you might say you're more intelligent, but who are we to judge the future? But This is my point. There are certain forces in human society outside the realm of morals, be it economics or technology. Throughout history, we've seen technology like the printing press that have altered how humans relate to one another. And even before the modern day, people didn't believe in science to the same extent. Why? Because of the scientific revolution. People didn't believe in the powers of humans, the importance of humans as much until humanism came about during the Enlightenment. But even though we still believed in humanism, we still put profit at the center of our society because humans work like that. As much as you might hate the word profit, I'm not making a moralistic claim. I'm just saying we still need to make money in order to survive in the society. I cannot pay with being good in society. I have to pay with money, which is made by doing whatever, be it good or bad things. And we are all doing good or bad things in society. Maybe not based off law, but we eat food that is made in other countries, sometimes based off child labor. We use things that are made in other countries where people are working more days than we are allowed to in our own country. The question now is, as AI comes, will it give humans the ability to restructure our society, to actually put humans at the center of our society so we are no longer a slave to our desire to survive? Because I believe that AI could do that if it brings down the prices so much that everybody can use AI to start their own company. And then we can maybe begin to think about replacing profit as the prime motive of society. Hopefully that makes sense. But my point is, stop judging on emotions and stop judging on morals, not emotions, and start looking at things as the economic forces. Sometimes neither people are bad, they're just a slave to the way things are